Independent Tabletop Role-Playing Games Month was created by Professor DM to help give a spotlight to smaller and indie tabletop role-playing games. I'll have a link to his channel in the description so you can check out all of his videos too. I'm excited for the upcoming Shadowdark Western Reach, so I started looking into West March's style of games, which I was not really familiar with. My studies brought me to this book, the West March's Campaign Playstyle Guidebook, and I found it to be an excellent resource by Karl Otto Kristoffersen. Brief and effective, it is laid out in an easy-to-follow format with lots of lists, bullet points, quick summaries, and it expects the reader to have a basic grounding in running a tabletop role-playing game. It gives you everything you need to know concerning what a West March's style of game is, the history of this playstyle, and practical advice on planning and running the game. For those who don't know, a West March's style game is essentially player-driven. The Game Master sets up the world, rumors for adventure hooks, locations for potential adventure, and a home base for the player characters. The story and the action are in the hands of the players, with the broad goals being exploration for adventure, fortune, and glory. This means rather than a grand narrative from the get-go, this type of game relies more on emergent storytelling. To facilitate this structure, the surrounding world is largely unknown, requiring characters to venture forth into it. Their hometown base is therefore not a place of adventure, but to rest, resupply, and research for their next voyage without much drama. Along the same lines, the Game Masters encourage not to plan more than one session ahead, using input from the players as to what location they want to travel to next. Therefore, the Game Master does not spend a needless amount of time creating locations and encounters that might never take place, and the players already have buy-in for the next adventure since they are creating their own goals. If I'm being honest, I spent most of my years running games that were narrative-driven, but more recently I'm drawn much more to this type of game. It certainly entails less prep work for the Game Master and is less likely to lead to railroading the players. Of course, this also means that if you want critical role style big stories with elaborate plot twists and huge planned set pieces, you're much less likely to get them. At this point in my gaming life, I'm willing to make that concession. This book does not work as a rules set alone. You need to apply this to a game you're already playing or want to play, and I think it works well with games like Shadowdark, Knave, Old Swords Reign, Deathbringer, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Sima Incense and Iron, Dungeons & Dragons, and many old-school Renaissance types of games. I don't think it fits as well if you're playing a game that is driven much more by investigation or is narrative-heavy like Call of Cthulhu, Vaesen, or Cult. Even though the guidelines presume a conventional fantasy setting, I think with a little effort most of this advice could be adapted to other game settings. Similarly, the generally smaller scale and directed focus of a West March's style makes it a perfect fit for a game with a sword and sorcery aesthetic. If you're looking for a deeper dive into this guidebook, I'll have a link in the description to the review by Adrian at Dungeons & Dyslexia, because he did a great job in his overview. I couldn't get Deathbringer to do a guest spot at the end of this video, so you'll just have to finish things out with me. What do you, the audience at home, think? Have you played a West March's style tabletop role-playing game? Did you enjoy it? If you haven't, does this sound like a style of game that would interest you and the rest of your gaming group? What games are you looking into for Independent Tabletop Role-Playing Games Month? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. You can also take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy, where the algorithm will plan all of your adventures for you. Until next time, play some good games, live, and be well.